Hey, this is Randy. It's been a while since you've heard from us. We've just been covered up working.
And we actually have real jobs too that we do.
That four-letter word, work.
Yeah.
But I was going to show taking the backhoe off, because when I bought it, I was trying to figure out how to take it off. I mean, you can read the instruction in the owner's manual, but it's still hard to put together. I wish somebody would have had a video out there showing me how to take it off and how easy it was to take off. Right now I can do it like in 5 minutes. I can take it off and put it on. But it takes you just got to get used to doing it. But I was just gonna, she'll kind of put the camera around where we're at, and we'll see what we're doing. Now the machine will be on, so it'll be a little bit louder. I'll speak up so you can hear me.
What'd you do? You release the arm?
Yeah, you got to extend the arm out there. Set flat on the ground.
Okay.
Well done, because it will get greasy.
Now what are the blocks for?
The blocks are just to hold it up off the ground. It can set all the way on the ground. When you put it down, you want to take the pressure off your arms, because after a while it'll leak down all the way, and then you'll maybe sitting in the mud or whatever, wherever you drop it at. I've got it under the shed here, but it's just to hold it up off the ground, so it's easier to back in and line up.
So easier to back in, line up. He's got them on blocks. There's one arm going down.
Need to be extremely careful, because you can pinch yourself, and these hydraulics ain't forgiving.
So be careful, don't pinch yourself.
They hurt.
Now,
And all it holds it is these pins right here. They run through and hold it here and here, and down here on the bottom it just sits like in a little cradle. And you'll see it when it comes out here in a minute when I get everything lined up. It probably won't work since I'm on camera, but
that's usually the case.
it never works when you're trying to film it. It's got little keeper pins that slides through. And you just move that up and down until you get that where that pin will rotate. As soon as that pin rotates, you can take it out. That's one side. I'm going to go to the other side.
Kind of wiggling it until that pin's loose. And them are very big keeper pins. And them are huge.
Everything on the commercial is made where it can withstand abuse, because they get abuse. Lower it down. Pops right up out of there.
That's that cradle he's talking about that it just sit right in.
And then when you want to reattach it, you just, well, it's out of the cradle now, but you can back up and get it lined up.
Now you just unhook your hose.
Yeah. Well, you gotta, nothing goes up and down without the hydraulic hose. So just pull away from it a little bit.
And we apologize for that wonderful squeal.
And then always remember, whenever you unhook a hydraulic hose, the tractor has to be off, because everything's under pressure. So if you don't unhook it, if you don't turn it off, everything will be under pressure.
And you've made that mistake?
No, I've never made that mistake.
Okay. So he's just unhooked.
And all the fittings just go back, like the one that came out that goes to a tractor, it'll snap right back in. The one that goes to a backhoe, and that way it keeps all your fittings clean.
Okay.
Everything snaps back into itself. And then this
will snap
right back into the tractor, because on hydraulics, I'm not an expert on hydraulics, but it's shooting hydraulics out here. If you don't have that plugged back in, it's not. Hydraulics make a circulation.
Right.
And if it's not circulating, it'll build up pressure, and you can really tell it when you take off with it.
Now, which one is it? The grapple that you've had problems with pressure under the hydraulics?
Yeah, if you don't do it it's got a certain step you got to do it. If you don't do it that step, it'll
be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. You got to relieve the pressure. I always just stick my pins back in there. You probably leave them sitting here on the backhoe.
Well, this way they're not lost.
Yeah, I just stick them back in there.
And
if you go to John Deere, I'm sure John Deere would be expensive on just little pins. You just kind of keep that hose up out of the way. And all it does is just recirculate back through the tractor. It's just free running right now.
Right. Well, and plus when you put your pins back where they were, you pretty much know where they're at. You know you've not lost them. They're right there.
Now all I got to do is hook up the...
You're going to hook up the bush hog now.
I should have lowered that down. See, I'm doing the camera and I've missed a step.
Oh.
I need to lower that down to the ground.
Oh well.
Trying to explain the right way to do it, and then I mess up doing it.
Well, you know what? We're human.
The backhoe part always snaps in and snaps out real easy.
And what he's talking about is he didn't lower it down to the block.
Yeah. I mean, it'll ease down on its own, but I like for everything to be set where it's going to be set.
Well, and it relieves pressure off of those arms.
Yeah, everything is kind of sitting there now.
Right.
Now I can unhook it.
Well, partly I was talking, so I apologize. But you know what? I guess this is the human side of us. We're not an expert. We're learning as we go.
And you do make mistakes. If we didn't make mistakes, we wouldn't be human.
Well,
And if you don't make mistakes, you're not learning. And and I figured out that's about the only way I learn anything is to make mistakes, and then I learn how to do it after I make a mistake.
okay,
A lot of times it costs you money when you make a mistake.
True.
But I learn better that way, evidently, because I do it a lot.
Well, you all can learn from our mistakes. Make sure you lower it down to the block.
Maybe it won't cost you as much money. But that's all I got for tonight is just a little quick video. We've just been covered up with work. We'll be back this weekend. We'll shoot another video out.
Well, as always, remember, we love you. God loves you. And you all have a blessed day.